Hello! We are
What's
back
good?
with season 2. We're calling it season 2 because it's been since August since we recorded.
Yeah,
But season 2, of my opinion, doesn't matter.
we're ready. My
We are
body's ready.
ready.
We have so many things to cover in this one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty fire,
We're basically just going to do
pretty lit.
We're basically just going to do a rundown of everything that's happened since we recorded last.
Talk about some things that, maybe social media that we've done on social media.
Mhm.
What we're gonna do
Mhm.
in 2023
Mhm.
for season 2,
Yes.
and just kind of talking, telling little stories here and there.
Yeah.
Megan's got lots.
I always
I
do.
have a little bit,
I
a
always
little
have a lot.
spiciness, but we definitely have a lot that we want to share. So,
Yeah. So the last time we recorded a podcast was in August, and I don't remember if I said anything about what was going on in my personal life on the podcast. I might have, but in July, my older niece passed away from some health issues, and so that kind of just like took my world and turned it upside down. And then last year, my dad was diagnosed with cancer, and so just going through that, kind of, just sucks. So in August, I really spent a lot of time going to my nephew's football games and then going to my niece's dance recitals and stuff. Spent a pretty good amount of time home with family in like August, September time.
mm-hmm.
How was your August?
Marcus is pretty chill. Nothing.
You started your.
I did start my Zoloft in August, so that was a fun journey.
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
Now you're
Excuse me,
yawning,
I know.
bitch.
I remember like going to take my Zoloft for the first time and being like, I really don't want to take it because I'm afraid of what's gonna happen because I'm dumb and I looked at like Google shit. I'm a dumbass. And
I
I
mean, it's
shouldn't have
good
done
to
it.
know.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done it, but I should have just taken it and just dealt with the consequences after that and just said, well, YOLO.
Yeah.
But I will say that I am in a better place than I was even,
Mm-hmm.
a day ago right now. So yeah, that Zoloft definitely helps.
Yeah.
I would say it helps me be motivated. It helps me stay, um, you know, calm in very
Mm-hmm.
crazy situations. Helps me think a little bit more clearly about the kind of decisions I'm gonna make. So it's really nice.
Now, I have a question for you
Mm-hmm.
to maybe inform listeners. Do you see a difference when you take it every day at the same time versus days you may have accidentally slept past the time you were supposed to take it or days you have not taken it? Because I know there's days here and there that you forget or things come up and we get busy.
So when I've taken it every single day at the same time, I see a more stability. But when I take it at a different time, it depends on what time it is. It's more like my body's trying to readjust to that new time because it thinks that's
Mm-hmm.
the new time I'm supposed to take it at. Which I try to set an alarm at 6 every day to just wake up and take it at that time. Um, that way, it's just the same time every time because most jobs that I have to
Mm-hmm.
be up at 6 or I have to be up by 5:30 and then leave by 6:30 so the 6 o'clock time works.
Yeah.
But I have seen more of a stability if I take it every day at the same
Mm-hmm.
time. So it's just kind of like a hit or miss, I guess.
Yeah.
Today I definitely did not take it at the right time. I took it at like 11:30 this morning. So
Yeah. Usually I'm like the keeper of your medication on
she
the
is
on the weekends only. Just
because
because
I will forget.
you sleep in a lot more than I do, and
Hmm.
so I'll just get up and I'll be like, babe, hand, drop the pill, hand you your drink, and
Yeah,
then we go from there.
for sure.
All right, so that was August. I started my new job in August. I don't know if I talked about that at all. I now teach second grade. For anyone who knew, I taught third grade in Salina. I freaking love third grade, and I still love third grade, but I love my second graders as well. And we're going to get into it later, as the months go on, as we talk about them. But this job, it has its cons, just like every school does. But honestly, for me, the pros kind of even out or maybe outweigh the cons at this point.
Yeah.
But so that was fun. It was definitely interesting to see, like, some of the beginning of the year stuff I had just taken from what my beginning of the year third graders did, and it was like, okay, I can just, do this with my second. No, can't. No. Beginning of the year third graders and beginning of the year second graders, night and day. Like, so different, so different. So that was a big learning curve I had in August. And then September rolled around, and then something really exciting happened in September.
No, what happened in September?
We got Moose!
Oh.
We got a puppy!
He alright. He's okay.
So,
don't let her fool you. He's okay.
He's the best.
He's
boy.
decent.
He's the best boy ever.
False.
Jay found him on Craigslist for $100.
Mm.
We were told he's a German Shepherd, and he looks like not a German Shepherd. Rewind. We were told he's a Golden Retriever, and he looks like a Golden Retriever, but we haven't done any DNA testing, and we don't know where the original owner got him from.
The person we got him from stated that he was a Golden Retriever from a Golden Retriever breeder, but she does not have any AKC registration paperwork, so that means nothing to me.
Yeah,
like her word of mouth means nothing because here's the problem. She had like a newborn and then another kid who was like 4 or 5, and then she got a puppy after she had just had her kid and thought she would have time. And I'm like, no, fam, like.
Because that was like in the post, she's like, I just can't take care of a newborn and a puppy at the same time. I'm like, you knew the newborn was coming.
And not only that, but you probably paid for this dog. If you got it from an actual breeder, you paid some money. Yeah, right. You paid some money. So like for me, it's like, why would you waste all that money just to turn around and then...
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it didn't really make sense to me either, given the situation. But at the same time, I'm like, it's not really our situation, so we don't care. We just want the dog.
Right, like just give me the dog. So Moose kind of became my, like, I don't want to say the reason to get out of bed, but I got into like a really bad hole of, thoughts, feelings, emotions. And then Moose kind of gave me a reason to like go out on walks again, to get up and, do things. And then it worked out great because you were still on leave from Cox yet. You had not gone back yet, and so you were still home for a week.
Yeah, I was still home.
Or maybe 2 weeks.
I think it was 2 weeks.
But because I was at work, and so you were able to stay home with Moose and make sure he didn't have any accidents in the house, which I will say the only accidents he had is when we were dumb and didn't take him out after he woke up from a nap.
Yeah, that was our fault.
Yeah.
I mean... We're also like groggy because we all take a nap together. So we also wake up and we're just like, and you know how puppies are, like they gotta go. And we're just kind of like, just wait for us for like a second. And they don't have seconds. Like
they don't.
They're like, all right, I'm gonna pee right here, bro. And I'm just like, please. Okay. Well, he peed.
He does pee when he gets excited. I take him home.
He does tinkle.
He does. So Moose, not that the dogs are like more mine than yours or more yours than mine at this point. They're our dogs. But Moose is...
Our dogs.
Moose is, I would say, like, I take him home to my parents' house all the time, take him to see my nieces and nephews, and my sister has 2 big golden doodle, I think they're golden doodles, and he goes crazy. They love playing around, but he also gets so excited. I think he's peed in Jennifer's house more times than he's peed in this house. Sorry, Jennifer.
Yeah, he's actually been a pretty easy dog to have.
Yeah, honestly.
And I'm really happy about that. So I'm not like, I really didn't want to get another dog just because I've had so many issues with dogs in the past where it's became like a trigger of getting just a second animal at this point. But I was like, you know what, she wants a dog for her, cause you haven't had your own dog before. And I've had Atlas at that time I had him for 6 years, I think. So almost 7 years at that point. And it was just, I was just like, you know what, it's okay, I get it. But now, obviously there's more issues. So, we got to get them neutered and stuff like that.
Not even like issues. Like the dogs get along. Moose
it's just Atlas.
Atlas too much. But Atlas says, I'm the alpha. I'm the leader.
I'm the alpha. I'm the leader. No, it's just like they just fight for alpha a lot. And I'm just like, I'm head bitch, okay? I'm the alpha bitch. I'm the leader bitch. Like y'all don't pay bills in here, all right? I do. Y'all are here rent free. So eating up all the food or whatever. So mind your business. But it's just like one of those situations where male dogs
Yeah, they
dominate.
do it.
They just want to
It's
dominate.
natural instinct, like,
But yeah,
you can't get
so
mad at him. So September was pretty chill.
yeah,
Nothing much happened.
went
in
back to
September.
Cox and realized I hated it. Tried applying within Cox to move to a different department, and it just was not. And I had interviews and stuff, and it just was not working out. So I decided to, go outside of that at that point.
Mhm.
It's not really what I wanted to do because of benefits and stuff like that. But I just really had to come to terms with the fact that this job is not meant for me anymore.
Yeah.
So I moved over to working at a job called the Tap,
Which I think that
which is
starts our October.
October. So I moved over to the Tap,
Mhm.
and it was crazy.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad, but it was just
It just wasn't what you wanted.
it was crazy. It was cool like for a little bit, but then like people's true colors started coming out, and I was like,
Yeah, that's always happens.
like I just like
Yeah.
there's so many instances where I just kind of stood there and just stared at someone and was like, dude, like, do you realize the shit that you just said to me? Like the Sharon shit when she was just like,
Oh yeah.
I don't see color. And I was making like a joke, like at my expense, not even hers. I was like she said that I had this smile that looked like this guy that worked there. And I said, was he black? Ha ha ha.
Mhm.
The two of the other people up there were just like cracking up. She was just like, I don't see color. And I was like, okay. I'm going to go back to the warehouse and just
Yeah.
pretend like I'm working. Cause we all know, but it's just like, I was just like, I don't think you ate. Like you thought you ate, but you did not eat. I don't think I eat. But like you did not eat. Like that's the thing. And I was like, sis, that's not okay. Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
At the end of October, we ended up going out for Halloween.
We did. And I was a Fred Jones. Hey, I was that boy.
Let's go through the whole timeline. So
Oh
maybe
my gosh, here you
4
go.
months before Halloween, we were like, hey, we should go out for Halloween. And then our friends Alma and Christine were like, bet, let's do it. Let's do it, like, I almost said couple's costume, but like a group costume. And they're like, awesome, let's do it. And so like maybe 2 to 3 months before Halloween, they're like, we're going to do Scooby-Doo. You're Daphne, you're Fred, Christine was Velma, Alma was Shaggy, and then...
No, Alma was Scooby.
That's what I meant. And then Christine's boyfriend was Shaggy.
His name is Mike. He has a name. It's
I
Michael.
didn't
It's
know
Michael.
if they
It's
wanted
Mike.
us
It's Mike.
saying it.
It's fine. He's our friend.
I mean, he's our friend, but some people don't want their business out there.
He's our friend. He's fine.
And anyway, so they Christine ordered a costume. Mike already had a green shirt, like that. You don't really need to do much for Shaggy.
Yeah, and he had some brown pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alma ordered a Scooby onesie, and then there was us the day before, running around Wichita like
Mind your fucking business.
literally the day before Halloween, or the day before we were going out. I don't remember what day Halloween actually was on.
It was
trying
fun.
to piece together. It was chaotic but fun. I think we ended up going to like 3 different party cities, like a Michael's, a Hobby Lobby, Walmart. Ended up with a wig. You can see his wig right, or Fred's wig right there. But if you want to see the pictures, you can see one on my Instagram. It's called Rocky's Modern Life. Gotta plug myself any chance I get, man. Or you can follow me on TikTok, also at Rocky's Modern Life.
Don't nobody care. Don't nobody want to follow your ass, bro. All you be doing is posting shit.
Isn't that the point?
No, that's not what I was gonna say. But
What were you gonna say?
go off.
What were you gonna say?
Go off.
No, what were you
Go
gonna say?
off.
What were you gonna say?
No, go off.
Anyway, I just post like stupid videos throughout the day. Some are teacher, some are workout,
Yep.
some are just my life. Like it's just whatever, you know. Do you have something to say?
No, man. All I said was yeah.
So that kind of rounds out October.
Yep.
November was my birthday. It was a good time.
It was like I'm just playing.
Um,
She got us sick
I
for
did
Thanksgiving.
get us sick for
Fake.
Thanksgiving.
Y'all know I'm fat. I love food. I have a very open and great relationship with food. and it loves me back. And the I'm salty because I missed out on all the great delicious food this past year because Megan thought that
brought
she
the
could
flu home.
hold on. She thought that it was a good idea to bring the flu home to someone who is prone to getting sick.
You
Okay,
have the worst immune system of anyone I've ever met.
dude, it didn't really get bad until I was at Cox. It wasn't bad before that. I don't know what Cox did to me.
Ooh.
Literally,
I don't know either.
not figuratively, because
Yeah.
yuck. But but like it just made me so sad because I just
I was
missed out on
sad.
all the ham and all the turkey and all the things. But
Because we were too sick to go to my sister's house in Hiawatha, which is where we were going to go.
mm-hmm.
And then we were even too sick to go to Alyssa and John's house, which is my niece and her husband, who live here in Wichita. We were even too sick to travel 10 minutes, 20 minutes away from our house.
Yeah.
It was bad. Our Thanksgiving dinner ended up being instant mashed potatoes while we watched Murder Mystery on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was
It
bad.
made me
It
so
was
mad.
rough.
It made me so
I was-
sick to my stomach, literally.
I was big sad.
Yeah, it was gross. But let's see, December.
December rolled around. School's about the same. It was stressful just because it was more planning than I had to do at my other school. That was to be expected. And then my team, it's kind of not that we weren't getting along, but it was me and the other girl could plan and get things done very well together, and the other, like the third second grade teacher, just felt like she couldn't get along with us, and so kind of by the end of December we were all ready to be away from each other.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah, pretty much.
because at that point I hadn't really stepped up into a leadership role within my team yet, and so it was kind of all on the one second grade teacher to like take control of everything because I'm new to the school. I don't know expectations. I don't know, protocol. There's certain things you have to learn.
Yeah.
And then the other teacher just kind of like gave up on communicating altogether. And so it was basically me and her trying to paddle like a 5-person boat by herself,
Yep.
So.
But I played 2 shows
Mhm.
with a band that I was in.
Mm-hmm.
Not in that band anymore.
Yeah.
Some things happened.
Yeah.
There's a whole separate video about it on my personal YouTube. J.C. Jones. I don't know if my middle name is. I think it's just C. J.C. Jones. If you're friends with me on Facebook or Instagram or anything, then you'll see it, the link there as well.
Absolutely.
I know that I was going to talk about it on a podcast, but I think that a separate video would be better just because this is our podcast and this is something that we want to keep, in a positive light.
Yeah.
And bringing in any of that negativity would not be good. But what I do want to say about that situation is it's over and we're washing our hands of the situation and moving on to bigger and better things.
Hell yeah.
So,
All right. So then that brings around January.
Yep.
We had your birthday.
And it was lit.
We went bowling and had dinner at Old Chicago.
Not in that specific order.
No, we had dinner then went bowling. But I freaking love Old Chicago. Talk about opinions, and this opinion does matter because it's my opinion.
It does not. It does not.
I love a good chain restaurant. Like if I can find this chain restaurant everywhere we go, I'm fine. I love it. Chili's, love it. Applebee's, it's all right. But Old Chicago and Chili's, I could eat there every day.
I would say that I do like Chili's. Applebee's is like the dumbed down version of Chili's to me. Like it really is. It's like the basic version of Chili's.
And Chili's is pretty basic to begin with. So.
Exactly. And then Applebee's, the only good thing they have is that it's that chicken. It's that like skillet thing.
Oh, you get the skillet chicken thingy.
I don't remember what it is, but it's like onions. There is mushrooms, but I get it with no mushrooms. And there's potatoes.
Yeah.
And it's so and it have like this like garlic butter stuff on it. It's so good. That's the only thing that I will F with at this restaurant.
Is it a chili? Is it Applebee's that has the honey something chicken tenders in the mac and cheese? Is that at Applebee's?
I think so.
I think that's what I get from Applebee's.
Cause Chili's has like the Cajun chicken pasta.
Yeah.
That I get, and but I haven't eaten it in so long because it's just it's so like
It's a lot.
it's a lot, and not only that, but like there's only so many times you can eat that until you're just like, I'm tired of Cajun chicken, bitch. But I mean, it you know, it's good.
But give me a double deckeroni from Old Chicago every day.
It's so lit though. Like it honestly,
is.
the hot sauce that's on it, and we keep trying to
So
figure out what hot sauce it is,
good.
and I think it's Frank's Red Hot.
I mean, we could probably Google it.
I swear it's Frank's Red Hot though.
I'm not.
It tastes
you.
exactly like it. So it doesn't taste like Tabasco because Tabasco's too smoky.
Yeah.
And
I don't know my hot sauces well enough to be like, it's
I
this,
do.
it's that.
I be eating hot sauce.
Excuse me.
Ew. Bitch.
Anyway, so then that brings us to February. Here we are.
Yeah, man.
It seemed like that was such a long time. Cause
January is a fucking long month.
like,
Like
you don't even know. Oh my god.
you can't even tell me. Like January is so long. I'm tired of January, and then my birthday is in January. Like I'm sick of it.
Beginning of January.
Yeah, but I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. Sick of it. Take it off the roster.
Take it off the roster. I don't like girls who are.
You don't like girls that are tatted? Take it off the roster. No, but we got tattoos last year.
For anyone watching on YouTube, I'm showing you my knee in probably the worst way ever, but we got a shark jaw.
I can't show you, but maybe I can. I'm ashy,
You
but
are ashy.
it's okay. Don't worry about it.
I almost kicked the tattoo artist in the balls while getting this done.
Love you,
Sorry,
Corey. Love you
Thanks
so
for
much,
putting up with
buddy.
me. And then I got an Avatar, the last Airbender tattoo.
She did.
Not the blue people. Fuck the blue people.
Okay, don't be. She a hater. She just don't like the movie because of the situation she was in the movie.
Listen, I have this vivid memory of going to see that first
Not
movie
a vivid one.
at the movie theater in my hometown. I'm pretty sure Caitlin was there, but
Y'all have a movie theater?
yes.
Oh.
It only has 2 screens.
Bitch, oh my god, bro.
But it was like one of those situations where someone had like a boyfriend from another school or something, and they're like, we're going to invite our boyfriends, but the only way my mom will let me go out with them is if we're all in a group. And it was just weird and awkward. And first of all, the person that I went with, we went to the wrong movie. We went at the wrong time. So we had to watch Alvin and the Chipmunks and then had to stay and watch Avatar. Like, it was just a hot mess. And every time I think about it,
Oh my god. No fucking wonder you don't like it. Alvin and the Chipmunks? Ew.
I had to watch 2 movies. And I have the attention span of like a goddamn goldfish. I sat through
That is
2
fucking accurate.
movies.
That's accurate because she can't even sit through one. So like she has a very tough time. Or she can't sit through one without talking. Or she can't sit through a TV show without asking me what's gonna happen.
Tell me how you really feel, babe.
I am. Oh what?
Oh. Pause.
The dog the dogs pushed the door open. They said we're done.
Nope. Atlas out.
Atlas go.
Go, buddy.
Oh, the dogs wanted to be a part of the podcast. Mom didn't close the door all the way, and the dogs just nudged it open. That's okay.
And by the dogs, you mean Atlas nudged it open because Moose hasn't figured out how to get out of a slightly open door yet. He thinks he's trapped.
But life is an open door.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got the knee tattoo with her.
Yeah.
And then
because we're
gay as fuck.
I've wanted this since high school, though.
She convinced me. She said we got to get a tattoo together, and why not this?
Yeah.
So we did,
Like,
and
let's
then
do it.
and then I got my I finished my Assassin's Creed, so I got a Plague Doctor and a Chun-Li tattoo because everyone knows, if you know me, you know I love Chun-Li. I did get a Mass Effect tattoo last year sometime too. But yeah, so you know, we team tatted, team yatted, team yatted, team zatted, team batted, team catted. Okay, I'm done.
Team stop.
Do what? That's fucked up. But you know, it's we're out here living our best life, and you know, my life kind of took a shit on me this past week and past. I don't know. I feel like the past few months since. I don't want to say this and be a dick, but since I joined a band, I've just been so stressed and so depressed and so oppressed and so repressed and so
Okay, pause.
possessed. repossessed, like repossession,
Before
like
you even joined the band, though, you were adamant about never joining a band again
any
because of the
pause.
stress.
Any person that has ever known me has known that I have always said that I do not want to join a band. I do not want to join a band. I do not want to join a band.
And so when you were like, I joined a band, I was like,
no, bitch. She was like, terrible fucking idea.
I was like, you do you, but
it's a
you
terrible
don't want
idea.
to.
I literally talked to my mom earlier today, and she was just like, yeah, it was dumb. You should have never joined a band. Like she was like, I don't want to be like, I don't want to talk shit, but nah, you should have never joined a band. And honestly, like,
she said, like, if it was a band you played with every now and again,
that's cool. But like, to make a commitment, no.
No.
And for me, like, I don't make commitments unless I know for 100%, like for a fact, that I can do the commitment. Only things I've ever committed to was this relationship, Atlas, this house, my car, because I've had it for a long time, music, and then my music by myself, not anybody else's, and gaming, like Twitch and stuff. Those are the commitments that I can handle, because those are the commitments that, you know, that can get me through life as happy as I can possibly be. And I ended up, like, this whole week has been a crazy mess. I've been really stressed since last year, and like, I think I joined a band in like November, October-ish. And I've just been stressed since then until I quit. And I quit, and I was really sad about it at first, but then I was like, you know what? I know I did this for a reason. And now here we are, thriving, babes. And no matter what happens, like, I have to protect my peace. So like, for me, it's like, I want to protect myself. I want to continue still doing what I do, without having to deal with other people, you know? So, most people know that I keep a pretty close circle, and that circle has only gotten tighter now after today. That circle has only gotten tighter and closer. So, but yeah, so,
here we are.
I quit my job this week.
That is true.
So I went from the Tap to a job called K&M Tire. Let me tell y'all what I had to deal with, okay? Some of my friends already know. Like, Alma, Christine already know. You know. But this shit was absolute ass. So I did my interview, and the manager was super nice, super chill, down to earth, very nice guy at the interview. Like, yeah, communication's our big thing. We love putting that first. We always want to like da-da-da-da-da. Okay? So I'm led to believe the communication is not a problem here, because your pop filter is off. It was annoying me, sorry. But I'm led to believe that communication is not an issue here. Okay? I said, hey, I like to listen to music while I work because that helps stimulate my brain and helps me work more efficiently. It helps me focus. Yeah, that's totally fine. As long as you only have one earphone in, and I have aftershocks, so
you're welcome,
they don't.
bitch.
If you don't shut, you're trapped. Anyways, so I put.
Excuse me?
Your excuse. And the aftershocks are like the bone condensing or bone conductor.
I don't know. They go around
your ear. They don't go in your ear. So I've had those, and they've worked out well because I can hear everybody outside of it. I can hear like the forklifts, everything. So I'm like, all right, this sounds like a promising job. I get there, have my first day Monday. They're like, oh, you're gonna go with a driver. Okay, cool. So I'm thinking, driving, I'm thinking we're going to be hitting stops all day, boom, boom, boom. He said, oh, no, our route's going to be pretty short. We're going to get back to the warehouse at like noon. And I'm like, okay, sure. And then, so we get to all our stops. Now, all of our stops are like 45 minutes in between each stop. And I'm sitting there like, and the man is super quiet. Like, he does not talk. I tried talking to him. I tried like just having small talk. This man did not care. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to take a nap, because like, what else am I going to fucking do? Like, I took a nap, and then I would wake up whenever we stopped, because like my body knows. So I wake up, unload tires, go to the next stop. Did that till noon. I got back to the warehouse, and they're like, yeah, we always get these tires. And the manager right now is still pretty chill. Like, he's still pretty chill. Now, I said, hey, I never got a tour of the building. He goes, yeah, I can give you a quick tour real quick. So we go around the warehouse, and he tells me about everything. And we get to like where the break room would be, and the break room's like this fucking big. There's like a little table in there for like toddlers. I swear to God. And there's a microwave in there, which is utterly fucking disgusting. No one cleans that shit. So imagine a microwave that has not been cleaned in months. That shit's just blown up in it. It's disgusting. It barely works too, because like, you think your food's hot? It's been in there for 3 minutes. It's not. And their fridge, gross. Like no one cleans anything in there. When you go, I went to the bathroom. I want to go use the bathroom. There's a urinal in the. It's a unisex bathroom, so there is a urinal in there with a toilet. If you are a man, then you know how gross urinals can be. If you are a girl who's seen a urinal, you know how gross urinals can be. If you are a woman and you've seen a toilet that women use, you know how gross a toilet can be. Like these are all things that I have an issue with, because you know there's a sign of the audacity of the sign above the toilet that says, "Does your house look like this?" No, so clean it. Motherfucker, ain't nobody clean shit in this bathroom. There's daddy long legs in the bathroom, so you could just be taking a dookie and daddy long legs just crawling on you.
That's gross, but it's not like they can do anything.
Yeah, but it's gross. What the hell? Are you trying to justify?
No!
Are you not embarrassed?
I was just trying to say that daddy long legs can't bite you.
No, sis. Look, I don't like it. I don't like it. I like look around the bathroom. There's like 3 layers of dirt on the floor because no one swept and cleaned. The sink is absolutely gross. There's like shit like blasted on the fucking toilet. Like someone just ass blasted multiple times in the toilet, and it's just layers of shit. And the urinal is just like pee filled, and there's pee all over the floor and the walls because, you know, for some reason, you know, the pee can't go in the urinal. I don't know. So it's just a whole like terrible mess. So again, I'm like, all right. So I go in the manager's office, and you know, I was gonna have a conversation about that. And there's like cobwebs everywhere. Like no one's like cleaned anything. There's cobwebs everywhere. There's gnats everywhere. And I know that I may be nitpicking right now, but I've never seen anything in this condition ever in any job I've ever worked at. I could walk in someone's house at Cox and it was never this disgusting. You know what I mean? Like I've seen some gross shit, but this was like a job is somewhere you go to every day. You have to be there every single day. And at this point, I was like, I'd rather just be a driver because I don't want to be here, you know? And they were like, no, we need you in a warehouse because you're actually pretty good at what you do. Of course.
How dare you be good at your job?
How dare I be so good? So then Tuesday comes around and, you know, same thing, different day. I'm just counting tires. Wednesday comes, and that's the day where I was like, that's the day where everything with the band blew up. And then that's the day where I was at wit's end. I was just over it. So I get back to the warehouse on Wednesday after driving, and I almost said his name. My assistant manager was like, hey, you want to run picker today? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. So we got on it together because you can have 2 people on it. We got on it together, and we're running like this pallet, and we're like going out one of the aisles. He was like, so you can't trust anybody here.
Out of nowhere.
Like, this was like my 3rd day in. Like, my 3rd day in, and he's like, you can't trust anybody here. Everyone's a snitch. All the corporates always watching cameras. I'm like, what is happening? Like, I felt like I was like talking to a conspiracy theorist, and everyone's watching me. Like, I was just like, and me just driving like this. Like, my face is just so blank at this point because I'm like, what is happening right now? And he's like, yeah, man, you can't trust anybody. Like, they all hate me because I'm the assistant. And mind you, the most tenured person there, what I found out Wednesday, the most tenured person there has been there for a year. A year. That is the most tenured person. If you don't know what tenured means, it means that is the person that's been there the longest.
Do you know when I was younger, I always thought that people were saying 10 year.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people.
And I was like, oh, so you have to be somewhere for 10 years.
Right. Yeah, that's what I thought. But I was just like, wait. And it was this guy who was a driver. And I was like, wait, you've only been here, you've been here for a year? And you've been here the longest? That's concerning. And so that concerned me a lot because I'm like, why is it that there's only been, so I asked my assistant manager, I was like, tell me like the honest truth. Why is it that the longest person that's been here has been here a year? Mm-hmm. We just have a really high turnover because people don't understand what kind of job this is. But they do, though, because they know it's a tire warehouse. You know that right off the gate. You know it's a tire warehouse, and you know that it's general labor. So I don't understand, like, what do you mean? Like, they're like, you lift 70 pounds, can you lift 80 pounds? Like, they know it's going to be a job that's going to involve some kind of labor.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to tell me it's because they don't know what they're walking into, that's not it. I think it has a lot to do with just everything that I just dealt with. So, of course, I did the silent quit because I just didn't even want to deal with any of that. And then HR calls me Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Thursday? Was it Friday? I think it was Friday.
One of those days.
They called me and were like, hey, we wanted to touch base. Like, everything okay? Like, and I was like, yeah, we're good. Like, why? You know, they're like, well, you haven't returned. I was like, oh, yeah. I know. I won't be returning. Why not? And I said, do we want to get into that? And they're like, she was like, yeah, I really want to know, like, because, the store manager had just started in October. So they're like, yeah, we want to know why. Like, we want to know how it's going. And they had just fired, they have fired so many people before I got there. And they're hiring a bunch of people. So I was like, okay, well, the one of the issues was everyone hates each other. Like, team morale is really bad in there. Like, everyone just looks like they're depressed and they hate life.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of those moments have to do with work a lot of times. And I was just like, look, man, like, they are not happy. On Wednesday, I did a orientation, and in my orientation, obviously there's like 20 people in there, and they're all from different states and stuff. And they're just like, oh, I love this job. Like, I love the culture in my place, da 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 da. And then I'm like, where y'all at? Because man, because I was like, that's not what's happening here. Because like the culture is absolutely terrible here. And so the manager really showed his true colors because he just started being a dick. Like, he was just like, no, you can't listen to music. After I got hired, he just started being like a real asshole about things. And I was just like, well, you told me I could. He was like, yeah, no. What do you mean, yeah, no? Like, what do you mean, yeah, no? Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
I just acted like I just didn't understand. Like, I was like, what do you mean, yeah, no? Like, and he was like, yeah, no, like, you know, or yeah, no. Like, yeah,
I got like that stupid post. It's where like, yeah, no, yeah means yes, but yeah, no means no.
Right, and I'm just like staring at him like not understanding because I'm not comprehending because this man literally told me I could.
He's a liar.
So I felt betrayed, and I was just like, you know what? And then, everything that I was going on with dealing with that day, I was just like, I'm so done. Like, I just want to like just be done, restart, reset.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah. But now you are in a place where you can kind of be a little picky about what job you pick. And then we also had another opinion I have is that don't get a job based on what you think society wants you to do.
Yeah.
Because based on your personality, based on how you act, and like, honestly, like how you present yourself, people would just assume you have a physical labor job, but you don't have to have that.
Because I'm a big old gay.
Because you're a lesbian.
I'm a big old gay bitch, and I'm not going to apologize for being me. I'm quirky.
For being
I'm different.
Anyway.
Shut up. Anyway.
I don't remember what I was going to fucking say now, you asshole.
No, you said that most people look at me and they think I would be doing like a general labor job.
Yeah, but you don't have to be in that type of job field.
No.
Take an office job if you want. Sit on your ass all day. Who gives a fuck? Life is too short.
Here's the thing. I think when you hear people like, when you hear people in like general labor jobs that work jobs like that, and you're surrounded by people like that all day, every day, and they're just like, the people that sit on their ass are so fucking lazy. And they shouldn't get paid enough for what they do, and it just starts to rub off on you after a while. And I think that that's something that like that was currently happening with every aspect of my life, whether it's being in the band, whether it's being at work, it was those two things that were just like rubbing off that like negativity onto me of like, I don't want to be like that person that's just like, let's not, people are talking shit all the time that's around me, but that's literally what I was dealing with all the time. People were just talking shit about each other, not ever saying it to each other's faces, but just talking shit about each other all the time. And I'm like, aren't we not above all of this right now? Like, are we not above talking shit about each other? Like, I used to be that person that would talk shit all the time. And then I was like, oh, wait, no, I'm a grown up and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through life dogging on people because I'm unhappy with myself.
No, I feel that because I just saw this TikTok and it was like a stitch of another TikTok. And the first guy was like, actually, it was like a stitch of a stitch of a stitch. So the first video was this person being like, my 40-hour week, but I'm taking this day off for my mental health, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then, of course, it was, and it's always, I hate to say this, but it's always like the bodybuilder type white guy with like the beard, and he's always bald for some reason. And he's one of two people. He's either the nicest person you've ever
sounds like somebody I know right now.
fucking met, and he's like the biggest sweetheart, the biggest teddy
Or he's
bear,
a fucking dick.
or he's an asshole.
He's a dick.
Like, I swear to God, someone needs to prove me wrong that there's a third type of...
Or there's like somebody who like seems really nice on the outside, but they're so goddamn bitter, and they just... And they are just very self-righteous. I don't like people like that. Like that shit. Oof.
But that bodybuilder guy was like, you're complaining about your 40-hour week. I work 60 hours at my day job, and then
okay,
I go
good for you, motherfucker.
Work as a bouncer at a club. And
nobody told you to do that though. But nobody told you to be a bouncer at a club.
Nobody told you to do that. And we have to get away from the mentality that having a job and overworking yourself makes you worthy.
Yep.
Like,
it does not.
Bitch, no. Opinion number 3 of the podcast. If you don't want to work a hard job, don't work a hard job. Do what fucking makes you happy. You want to stay home and pursue social media? Stay home and pursue social media. You want to be a stay-at-home?
If you can afford it. Because, like,
yeah.
Let's say that. Because, like, we say that and then people are like, I quit my job. I'm homeless now.
Well,
and fuck
yes.
you guys. Like, hold on now. Within means, okay?
If you have the ability to stay home and pursue social media, stay home, pursue social media. If you have the ability to be a stay-at-home parent, be a stay-at-home parent. Like, I don't understand why people stay in miserable jobs.
Yeah, I got this hard talk from her of, I don't know why you're doing this when you could just stay at home and just give me coffee every morning. I don't understand. Like,
there's more ways to contribute to a household than
that is the
financial.
lesson. That is the lesson.
My mother
lesson here
was a stay-at-home mom. She had jobs when she was younger. She was a secretary. It's like the high school she went to literally trained her to be a secretary in the workforce, and then they just went straight out. But once they moved back to Kansas in 94, around that year, she was a stay-at-home mom. I think she had a few jobs here and there, but then, with kids and stuff. But she cleaned the whole entire house. She made sure dishes were done. She made sure laundry was done. All the pets that we kids wanted, and we're like, we're going to be responsible for this pet. She ended up taking care of it. She was there for the doctor's appointments. She was there for the dentist appointments.
Go, Renee.
She did everything. And she worked hard. If you're a stay-at-home mom, you are not lazy. Or a stay-at-home parent, stay-at-home dad, stay-at-home whoever. As long as you're taking care of the house and contributing that way, it's fine.
Yeah. 100%.
Like my sister now my oldest sister. She's a stay-at-home mom now. And someone was like, what are you going to do with all your time? And she's like, take care of my fucking children? Like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
it's always somebody that's minding someone else's business and is not minding their own. Every single time. And that is my biggest pet peeve of this week is people just being included in other people's business that don't fucking belong in it. Like, first of all, I ain't got nothing to do with you. You ain't got nothing to do with me. So mind your Kool-Aid and I'll mind mine. Like, stay in your fucking lane, bro. Like, get out of my shit. Mm-hmm. Like, that's my biggest, like, pet peeve is just the people who have the most to say or the people who always have such bitterness and always the people that are never minding their own business.
Mind your business and mind your boundaries.
Mind the business that pays you. That's always I have to say that at least like once a week. I swear to God.
Except for to me, you can say mind your business. I'm like, you are my business.
Shut your mouth. But like, that's the thing is like, dude, like that is such a huge thing. And I'm gonna continue saying that for the rest of my life because even I catch myself sometimes. I'm like, you know what? That ain't none of my business.
Not your circus, not your monkeys.
Right.
Not your farm, not your pigs.
Not my pig, not my farm. That's I'm not picking up my farm. You said it backwards. It's gross. No, don't do it again. But that's the thing is like,
I'm gonna do it again.
but like that's the thing is like I'm just staying on my side of the fence.
Mm-hmm.
You stay on your side, I stay on my side. And my biggest thing is like you can hate us, hate me, hate her, love us, love me, love her. We don't give a shit at the end of the day. I'm gonna be
Right.
real honest. Like, if you love me, I love you. If you hate me, I still love you because I think that you need it. Because if you let me stop being toxic.
No. But honestly, so I used to work with this teacher in Salina, and she just had so much hate for that district.
Man.
No, you weren't even there for her. That was
No,
before
but did
your
you talk
time.
to me about her?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What you mean I wasn't there? Like I'm not a teacher, so of course I wasn't physically there. Just
No,
like,
I meant
oh my
like
God,
I wasn't dating you at that time.
This girl crazy.
I wasn't dating you at the time that I had to deal with her.
You've been dating me your whole life. What are you talking about?
I mean,
no one
basically.
else came before me.
Toxic ass. Anyway, but she had so much hate, and I just like sat there, and I'm like, do you know how much energy it takes for you to give a fuck about someone else? Like,
Dude,
you
like,
could just not, and your life
could
would
just
be
not.
so much better.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, you could just not say anything and move on
Right?
about your life and be one happy camper.
Right? Like,
You don't have to open your mouth and say words
Right.
that don't actually fucking matter. Like, no one cares. That's my biggest thing is no matter what you say about somebody, your experience with that person is different from anybody else's experience that they've ever dealt with that person.
Mm-hmm.
So you can talk shit about me, but the next person's like, well, Jay was awesome to me. I don't know what you mean. That's what I'm saying. Like,
and also to every story, there's three sides to every story.
Yup.
There's your side, there's their side, and
there's
then
the truth.
There's the truth.
Yep.
Like,
and
it is what it is, man.
But every human, we're all human. We're gonna say the side that appeals to us the most.
Facts.
And that, unfortunately, whether that's the truth or not, that's how it's gonna be.
So, moral of that story: mind your business and mind your boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I gotta say.
And my biggest thing about it is like one thing I saw on TikTok, like, you know, one thing about like social media
Mm-hmm.
is people removing people from social media.
It's such a big thing.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm removing you strictly, and whether it's because one thing I always say, right, is the way that I feel about you and if you feel about me is neither of our businesses, right? So the way that I feel about you is none of your business. The way you feel about me is none of my business because those are your feelings. Those are your opinions. If I remove you from social media, it's not because I dislike you or because I hate you. I just truly feel like we have nothing to discuss further from here. I don't have any bad blood. I don't have any negative feelings. I just don't want to see your shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I listened to this podcast called All Things Internet, and the one girl, she's like a bigger creator, and so she has, you know, quite a following.
mhm.
And she was talking about how, because it was released or speculated or something that like the TikTok company, like the workers themselves can like manually go in and be like, push this person, like promote this, do this, and, like they can do it all behind the scenes. And she was saying that she's like, I guarantee that's true because there's this one creator, she didn't name names, who keeps popping up on her For You page no matter how many times she hits not interested.
Yep.
But she won't block her because she's a big enough creator that it's going to make it look like there's beef between the two of them. And she doesn't want to deal with that fallout. And I'm like, how sad that you cannot keep your peace on your own For You page because you don't want people to be like, well, why did you block so-and-so?
That's what I'm saying. I block people simply because I no longer want to have contact with that person ever again. I remember when I used to block people just because I was mad. You know, at the time I was like, I'm salty, I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm going to block them and see what happens. No, if I block you, I have had the same people blocked for like 3+ years now because I have no want or need to speak to you at this point. I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to have anything to do with your presence. And I have to block a few more people now because there's other people that I don't want to speak with or look at or talk to because they're no longer going to be a part of my life and my mental space. But that's the thing is people think blocking is a way to run away or a way to just be childish. No, it's a way to protect your peace.
But what I don't get is people always say, if you don't like it, don't watch it. So by blocking them, I'm making sure I
That
never
I
watch
watch the
it.
shit.
So why are you mad at me?
It's every single part of life is such a double-edged sword. Because earlier what you said is by me not addressing the situation with the band and with the other person I was collabing with. By me not addressing it, that means my silence is what?
Is like admission that
I did it. If I say something, that means I'm trying to cover my ass. Doesn't matter what I say. Y'all are going to believe whatever you want at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
I just rather say my piece and be done and move on.
Yeah.
So I think like for me, it's just like, I just want to be happy. I just want to mind my business in my home and the things that matter inside of my house.
Yeah.
You know? And like my friends, like I want to enjoy being with my friends. I don't want to have to wake up with stress, anxiety, depression, all that. I don't want to deal with any of that. I'd rather just take myself out of the situation altogether.
Yeah.
Why should I remove myself when I could just remove you?
And by removing them you're removing yourself. Like,
but you know what I mean? Like, why should I remove myself completely when I can just remove you and remain doing what I like doing?
Exactly.
So that's my biggest thing is like, I'm so glad that we did our podcast today. I think it's what was needed to like kind of vent but also like just be our authentic selves. Obviously,
we are who we are. You know.
I'm glad that thank you for everyone that keeps asking us about a video, and
I have been begging you, literally being like, babe, let's do a podcast episode. Let's do a podcast episode.
Let's talk about why I haven't done one.
Because you've been stressed as fuck.
I've been stressed. I've been hella depressed. Not to the point of like suicide where I would do it, but to a point where like jumping off a cliff sounded better than anything I was doing at the very present moment. I keep a good poker face, but most people that know me know.
Do you?
Okay, motherfucker. I try. Okay, I try. But I think like I've been so stressed out. I've been so unhappy, and I feel like today was a day where I finally just kind of just.
You were so relaxed. You went on a walk with me with the dogs.
I never go on walks. Fuck that shit.
But was it nice?
It was nice. It was cold though, and Atlas was gonna be.
Atlas pulls a lot.
Get his ass beat.
Old dog who has never been properly trained how to walk on a leash. And
hey!
So he pulls a lot. So does Moose. I've never had a dog who's been properly trained to walk on a leash.
But yeah, I don't know. Like life is good right now, and I want to keep that same energy and just removing people that don't really matter. Yeah,
I feel like this year, especially within my school, like professional life, I have grown so much. Cause like coming back from winter break, I was like, fuck that. We're going to work as a team, whether you like it or not, which it was never a problem with me and one of the other girls. Like, we, like, from day one, she has been like, here are my lesson plans. Here's what I did last year. If you want it, don't feel like I'm trying to take control. I'm like, no, man, like, I don't know this curriculum yet. Like, that's awesome. But I sent emails, created Google folders, created shared Google Drives. Like, I did everything. And this one person is still just, like, refusing to work with us. And I'm like, dude. And then she's going around talking to other grade levels like, they don't get along with me. Come tell me to my face. We have confronted her.
We have beef.
No, we have literally confronted her. Been like, are you okay? Are we okay? What can we do? And she'd be like, oh, no, we're fine.
Yeah, she, like, literally lies. And was like, I'm Gucci, but then goes behind your back and
says that we're, like, a shitty team when we're not. And I'm over it. And I've started calling her out on her shit. And she does not like it. And it is, like, the funniest thing
Proud
ever.
Of you, babe.
But me and this the one coworker that actually gets along with me, she just told me the other day, she's like, you have helped me create healthy boundaries in my personal life and in my professional life. And I was like, yeah, like, you let people like take over you like all the time. Like, what the fuck? Don't do that. And then she has helped me really find my voice within my professional life. And I feel like it's rolling over to my personal life as well. And plus I have you also being like, stand up for your fucking self. Don't let them talk to you like that.
Yeah.
So, and it just annoys me so much. Don't tell us we're a shitty team. I have the emails to prove that we're not. So we have tried.
100%.
Literally sent out emails being like, hey, together as a team, we made this plan. You yourself found that activity that we're going to do. We're going to put it on our bulletin board for X amount of time. She put it up for less than 24 hours and then took it down and put something else up. Why even put it up? Why agree? It was your fucking idea.
Yep.
It's annoying.
Oh yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
can see
you hear about
the
it.
fumes.
You hear about it all the time.
I do,
I'm
and
like,
I'd just be
listen to
like-
what she did today.
I'd be like, girl, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm hungry. Like,
Let's go get dinner.
right? But yeah, I mean,
No,
that's
but
all a part of just communication. Once again,
Mhm.
like I was telling Megan earlier, I used to be such. First of all, I used to be such an asshole. Most people know this. I used to be such a dickhead, and for me, it's like I never really wanted to listen to people tell me, apologize to me or listen to people tell me like, oh, I did this because of this, like reasoning, justification, excuses, things like that. But for any person that does something maybe you don't agree with, there's always a reason for it.
There is.
And you have to understand why. Like, it's not a situation of let me talk shit about this person. It's a situation of, well, why did they do that? Like, I want an explanation as to why they did that. I feel like we are too quick to just
we
jump.
as in me and you, or we
As a
in
society
okay.
are too quick to jump on people without hearing
Mm-hmm.
all of the situation. We're just so quick to just be like, oh, well, they're a piece of shit. We're not. We're too quick to do that. And it really shows you who's really in your corner and who's not.
Yeah, but if I've given you a chance.
Yeah. If I've given you a chance and you just don't give a fuck, then that's different, babes. That's
Also,
different.
Going back to that other teacher, she literally did an activity. Like, it was like a cute activity. They used like the little cookie crisps to make, rows and columns and stuff. Did not tell me or the other second grade teacher, took pictures of it, send it to the social media manager of the school, and got it posted on the Facebook page. And that is the only way we found out about it. So do not tell me you're taking yourself out of our team plans.
Yeah, that's fucking trash.
And
That's so
every
trash.
activity she has given us, we have incorporated into our lesson plans. Like, we have
Yeah.
been like, that's a great idea. Thank you for sharing. Let's do this with it. Da, 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 da. And then she just does something different. Like, bitch. Bitch.
But yeah, and that sucks, man. That sucks when you're not a full team
Right?
and you think you are and someone's just being a dick.
Right?
Like, it sucks, man.
But I called her out the other day, too, for not answering my email, because I went through and looked at all the math lessons we're supposed to be teaching and printed off a calendar of the month and, like, wrote out which day of the month we should be on this lesson to make sure that we are finished by the day that the district wants us to be finished by.
Right.
I scanned it in and I sent it to them. And so I sent out a follow-up email to that being like, hey, my kids are going to be ready for the test on Monday. Are your kids, I'm going to go through the test. I'm going to modify it to make sure that, it's hitting the standards we need. I will send you a copy if your kids are ready by Monday. The other second grade teacher came over to my room and was like, awesome, thank you for doing that. My kids are going to be ready on Monday. I found out, not from her herself, but from another teacher, that she just went ahead and took the test on Friday, but didn't respond to my email. And I was like,
Irritation.
I sent that out on like Wednesday or Thursday, because I was like, I'll work on it on my plan times, And then I replied to the email and said, okay, I finished, the modifying the test, so it actually hits the standards we need. Teacher number 1, thank you for getting back to me. I will have your copies made for you. Teacher number 2, you didn't get back to me, ? Are your students ready for the test, ? And then she just responded with, oh yeah, sorry, I just went ahead and took it today. And then, so one of the standards we have to hit is letter writing, like friendly letters, like with punctuation and capitalization. And so I was like, amazing. I texted one of my friends from Salina. I'm like, hey, one of the second grade standards is letter writing. Do you want to do a pen pal thing, where we write to you and like your students write back? It doesn't have to be, a bunch of letters, but just at least one time. And she was like, yeah, awesome. So once again, I sent out an email and was like, hey, here's this idea I have. Here's, what the other teacher said. Thoughts, comments, concerns, do you want to do this? Teacher number 1 responded, yes, that's an amazing idea. It hits this standard, this standard, this standard. I love it. She responds back, sure. That's all she said. Sure, sent from my phone. Like, I'm trying so hard to get your thoughts.
Just
and
square
comments.
up right now. Like, let's just.
But the thing is,
just beef this out. Like,
if anybody knows me, I am the most passive person in the world.
It
And
is
I've
ass.
made her cry.
It's fucking trash.
And I've made her cry just for being like, you didn't respond to my email. Are you ready for this? And she'll like sob about it. And I'm like, bitch, what? I'm confused.
It's because she's a baby back bitch, and I've told you this 100,000 times.
I
She
just want her to
fucking
find her
sucks.
peace. If teaching's not her peace and does not make her
Then
happy,
she needs to dip.
she needs to leave. If second grade does not make her happy, find your peace. I'm not mad that she's moving grade levels. I'm mad that she's talking shit about why she's moving grade levels.
She's not being honest about it either.
Yeah.
No. It's trash.
Mhm. Anyway, that's my life.
And that's okay. Your life can be a little bit complicated.
Thank you for
sometimes.
watching Disney Channel.
I'm done. I'm done with your shit. But I appreciate you guys coming to watch this, and
yeah.
those Spotify users and Apple users. We appreciate you listening to this. We are forever grateful for the many of people that have followed our podcast, and we
Yeah.
haven't even posted anything yet.
Man, if you're
in a
someone from
while.
my high school who has followed me, that's wild that you found this. And hi, because there's a couple of people that I went to high school with
Yeah.
that have followed the Instagram, and I'm like, ugh, that's gross. Please don't, but please do because I want the views.
But I appreciate everyone that watched this today. I know we kind of went on some tangents,
Yeah.
but we appreciate you being patient and letting us kind of come back when we were.
Season 2.
You done? Like,
I was hype.
anyways, we appreciate it, and once again, we are
My opinion doesn't matter.
where our opinions don't matter, so it's fine. But we give them anyways because
Exactly.
they matter to us.
And you
they
can find
matters to us.
You can find us on YouTube.
Wow. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast,
Apple Podcast,
and Anchor.
I don't know if anyone actually uses Anchor to listen to podcasts,
I
but
don't
you
think
can
people
find us
do, but
there.
Spotify, for sure.
On Spotify and Apple Podcast, rate us, leave us a review. On YouTube, subscribe, like, and comment. You can find me at Rocky's Modern Life on TikTok and Instagram, or Captivating Images on Instagram and Facebook.
I'm rebranding, so I'm not putting any of that information. Yeah.
Also, are you?
I am.
That's exciting.
I know.
Moose has an Instagram called Daily Moostagram.
This dog does not deserve an Instagram. I'm gonna tell you
I
that right
would
now. He fucking wild.
Put one with Atlas, but Atlas literally refuses to let me take his picture.
Yep.
He barks.
every time. Like he's nope. Don't put that camera in my face.
But yes, thank you for listening.
We appreciate you guys.
And that is it.
See you next week.